gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
And so, Robot Wars, the fifth war, nears its awesome climax, with this the second of our series semi-finals. And after another 6 heats, 6 robots survive. They're the most destructive, the most brutal, and they promise the most gruesome battles ever. So, do you think you can handle it? Then let's get stuck in.
Thanks, Greg. Everyone's right to be geared up for this one. It's another brutal semi-final in the making. Just look at the robots who are competing. Let's see how they line up in round one. Loads of experience. Wheelie Big Cheese against Dominator. Both have reached this stage before. Hypnodisc, previous grand finalists against Firestorm. They've fallen at this hurdle in the past. Panic Attack, 3-time semi-finalists. And Pussycat, they won their semi-final in the last series. Over to you, Philippa, in the pitch.
Thanks, Jonathan. 2 places up for grabs in the grand final. 6 robots lined up to do battle for those coveted positions. They're all present and correct. And I, for one, would like to take this opportunity to wish them the very best of luck. They need it.
Feeling metal hungry, punk? Then make my breakfast and let the wars begin!
From Huntingdon, Dominator 2.
Beaten by Pussycat at this stage last time, the bi-wedge with a 12-kilo force pneumatic axe, 24-volt power, top speeds of 20 miles an hour make this the fastest in the semi-final.
Hi, I'm Paul, this is Pete, that's Chris. This is Dominator 2. 3.5mm plasma nitride coated titanium, goes to 7mm at the front end. An axe that's 4 times more powerful than Last Wars, made of aircraft-grade aluminium, a lot of CNC work done. Last Wars were semi-finalists, this year we'll win.
From Langport, Wheelie Big Cheese.
They say the flipper can toss a small car. It's certainly more powerful than in previous series. The wheels have studs for extra grip. The team is experienced and ready to go one step further than the semi-finals where they fell last year.
Hello, I'm Roger, that's John, that's Murray. This is the Wheelie Big Cheese robot. It's a bit better than last year, a bit more power. It's got its lovely sharp spikes on the wheels, and it's got a nice fast flipper. We're seeded 10th this year, and we hope to knock the 0 off the end to be seeded first.
Roboteers, stand by.
Dominator 2, Peter, Paul and Chris there in the control pod, and the Wheelie Big Cheese boys, Roger Plant, John and Murray with him. In the arena for the house robots, Shunt first up with the Diamond Edge axe and the scoop. And battling for the house robots too, Dead Metal. The weapons synergy is key.
3, 2, 1.
A formidable flipper here on Wheelie Big Cheese. Already in this series, it has tossed 2 machines out of the arena completely. Dominator 2 has the heavy axe, but doesn't want to get involved with Wheelie Big Cheese flipper, and there goes the pit release button activated by Wheelie Big Cheese. Up on its side, Dominator 2 trying to get in underneath Wheelie Big Cheese. They turn together, and there's the flip from Dominator 2. That must have sailed 8 feet into the air and then down. Wheelie Big Cheese has this phenomenal power this time around. It has already tossed 1 machine out from halfway across the arena. In the earlier heat, out went Wolverine, out went Axor, and that's the power again on Dominator 2. And what damage has been caused there to Dominator 2's electronics within as they come shuddering down. All hail Dominator 2. Well, it's got some work to do here against the Wheelie Big Cheese machine, defeated by Tornado in the semi-finals of Robot Wars 4, beaten in the heats by Chaos 2 in Robot Wars 3, and so determined here Roger Plant to go all the way. Dominator 2 digs its axe down to gain some leverage, acting as a 3-mech, and now comes on the attack. They've got to get some damage in on that Wheelie Big Cheese flipper and stop it operating. Otherwise, you get the sense that Roger Plant is going to line up a broadside attack and come in and flip Dominator once again. That's better driving there from Peter at the controls of Dominator 2, so that Wheelie Big Cheese can't get in underneath its side, its flanks, if you get my drift. Now, Dominator 2 spins away, thought about an attack on Wheelie Big Cheese, which momentarily has stopped. What has happened to Wheelie Big Cheese? It has stopped. Something has gone wrong. That's not moving. Dominator 2 was nudging it. Wheelie Big Cheese has, well, in scientific terms, conked out. Roger Plant, what has happened to your machine? I saw it early on in the series, and I thought this was the one that was going to go all the way because of its formidable frenzied flipping power. But it has 2 seconds remaining in Robot Wars. Wheelie Big Cheese has gone out, grated, shredded. And in comes the circular saw there of dead metal. Heat generated, sparks flew. You are Welsh Rarebit.
Wheelie Big Cheese must be feeling Danish blue. Oh dear, Dominator, they go through! When are you going to build a robot that doesn't break down?
I think you got a mouse in the cheese.
Oh, hey, listen, man. That has flipped robots further and higher than anything we've ever experienced in Robot Wars.
Yeah.
He just did it again then. It's
Yeah.
a phenomenal robot.
Yeah.
What went wrong?
We lost everything from the receiver. First of all, we lost one wheel, then the other, and I don't know what happened. He just died.
When did it happen, though? I mean, because they all of a sudden they're on their axe, they can't go anywhere. I thought you were just going to go under them and just throw them away. Why didn't you?
It just wouldn't work. We just lost a wheel then at the wrong time.
Have you got time, do you think? Can you repair it? Because you know there's the losers melee. You've still got a chance to make it
we'll have a
into
look,
the final.
We're going to have a look, see what's wrong with it, yeah.
All right.
It's a wire come off or something stupid, as simple as that, you know? It really is.
Let's see if we can get you in the final, all right?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a robot. Wheelie Big Cheese! That was more luck than judgment, wasn't it?
Oh, no, game plan.
Game plan.
very, very lucky, yeah.
You're one fight away
Yes.
from the Robot Wars final.
Yes.
Oh! You think you're going to get it? Think you're going to go there?
All the way, yeah.
All the way. You've been saying it, and I've not been believing it. I'm starting to believe now. I am a believer. Ladies and gentlemen, Dominator 2!
So we know Dominator 2 are through, but Wheelie Big Cheese will have another chance because the 3 losers here go into a one-off losers melee for another place in the next round.
From Middleton Cheney, Banbury in Oxfordshire, Hypnodisc.
The horizontal spinning disc weapon is twice as powerful as in the last series, beaten by Pussycat in the grand final last time, wants revenge, but if the disc stops spinning, they can be easily beaten.
Hi, I'm Dave Rose, and this is our team members Derek and our father Ken, and this is our robot Hypnodisc. Its most distinguishing feature is this 20-kilo spinning disc weapon, capable of awesome destruction. We've made a few upgrades to the robot for this Wars. We've got much faster acceleration. We'll get up to about 90 miles an hour in about 2 seconds. Self-righting armour flippers back on our feet in no time at all, and we've got much stronger armour all over. We're going to be tough to beat.
From Durham, Firestorm 3.
Previous grand finalists, semi-finalists in the last series, the flipping arm can easily toss 100 kilos. Burning ambition now flames those Firestorm boys.
Hi, I'm Graham Bourne, this is Hazen Heslop, and this is Alex Mordew, and this is our robot Firestorm 3. Now completely rebuilt out of 5mm thick aluminium instead of 3mm thick. We upgraded the motors, upgraded the batteries, we've got a nice new shiny paint job. We dropped down a couple of places last year, so now we're going to do better.
Roboteers, stand by.
There's the Firestorm machine of Graham and Alex and Graham's girlfriend Hazel up there. Hypnodisc back in the arena, of course, with a formidable spinning power as well. The Rose family, Dad Ken and brothers Dave and Derek. They spin to win, they say. In the arena for the house robots, Sir Killalot emerges with the crushing claws and the lance. And Shunt back again with the axe and the scoop and the pushing power.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Flipper against spinning disc. Classic Robot Wars encounter. In goes Firestorm. Oh, and as the first bash of the Hypnodisc weapon caught Firestorm out. I think it's done its damage there. Firestorm had problems getting through. It ran into Matilda's flywheel tail and took damage to its flipper. And to me, that still looks buckled. Hypnodisc releases the button that sends the pit of doom descending. How disappointing for Firestorm. Disposed of Reactor 2 and its seat, tossing it spectacularly out of the arena. But what an anticlimax. Beaten by Hypnodisc's first charge, Graham and Alex and Hazel. Dispirited as Shunt gives a little nudge onto the flames. All the way, of course, slowly and surely, inexorably to the pit. Or maybe the floor flipper. Yes, it's going to be Robot Wars semi-final FFF. The floor flipper factor. And crashes down onto the arena once again. Brave competitors, the Firestorm team, ever present in Robot Wars history, whether with the Groundhog or Firestorm machine. And don't forget, we'll be seeing them again in this semi-final, in the losers melee. They still have a chance if they can get Firestorm repaired in time. If Killalot doesn't create too much damage here. Go on, Killalot, throw him down the pit. Let Firestorm have time for repairs. They spun to win again.
The dying embers of the Firestorm flicker in the pit of oblivion. Hypnodisc go through! All I can say is very disappointing, actually.
Very disappointing, yeah.
It's an awful performance.
Like, it seemed the first hit, and something must have dislodged inside, possibly the removable link, and it was all dead.
Oh, you're through to the loser melee, though. Mm-hmm. And so you've still got a chance to make it.
Yeah.
You've still got a chance to make it to the Robot Wars final. Let's hear it for them. The Firestorm! Well done, mate. Well done. Hey. Oh, spinning to win. Ooh. You're unstoppable.
Well, I don't know about that, but we did give him a good smack to start with.
I noticed.
I think we might have been a bit lucky there, or the guys were a bit unlucky.
Right. Well, you'd certainly jiggled them about inside. You completely stopped working. But you're looking in awesome form.
Yeah, we're working well, and we're hoping.
One fight away from the Robot Wars final. Now, you've been there before.
Yep.
And it all went pants for you. Is it going to go better this time?
Machine's a lot better robot this year, so fingers crossed.
The disc spins a lot faster, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got much more powerful motor in. We're up to speed in a couple of seconds, so that moment of weakness at the start of the battle, that's gone. So we're really into killer mode, just early enough.
Now you're talking my language. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise the roof for Hypnodisc!
Hypnodisc certainly through. Firestorm going to the losers melee with Really Big Cheese. Next up, Panic Attack and Pussycat. What a fight this will be.
From Thornhill in Cwmbran, Gwent, Panic Attack.
Never failed to reach at least the semi-finals in 4 wars now. The slowest in this semi at only 8 miles an hour. Very well controlled by Kim Davis, and he'll use his forks to spoon others out of the arena.
Hello, we're Team Panic Attack. My name's Kim Davis. This is my son Michael. This is the robot Panic Attack. The new weapon on it this time is the lid. We can open it or close it via remote control to either lift or trap other robots which get trapped on top. We're here to entertain, and that's what we're hoping we're going to do.
From Gloucester, Pussycat.
Worthy second seeds after reaching the grand final with the patented Pussycat blade, but that blade was ripped off by Fluffy in the heat, and Pussycat just survived. Ground clearance too high for me.
Hi, I'm Al Gribble, captain of the Pussycat team. This is Dave, our driver, Rob, our weapons man. These are the weapons we'll be using to chop up our opponents. This is Pussycat, two 750-watt motors inside, and this is on because she is worth it.
Roboteers, stand by.
The ref bot looks on. Firstly at the Welsh machine, Panic Attack with Kim Davis at the controls and his son Michael there with him, aged 12. And the Pussycat machine of Alan Gribble, who built the robot, David, his son, who drives it, and Robert Bettington, the weapons operator. The house robots, Sergeant Bash emerges with the flamethrower and the pincers. And Shunt with the pushing power, the axe and the scoop.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Great history of Robot Wars, near success for Pussycat, twice a grand finalist, Panic Attack champions of Series 2. And doing the legwork early on through the flames, you can see a Panic Attack strong thrust at Pussycat, but Pussycat turning away, and Panic Attack in the CPZ and at the mercy there of Sergeant Bash. Well, that is very surprising that Kim Davis left himself open for a Sergeant Bash attack in the CPZ. They need to get away, but Shunt is hemming them in. That's what the house robots can do. If you get into a CPZ, the corner patrol zone, the house robots can attack you. He comes away, Panic Attack, with the side skirts in this series. You see the black and white striped side skirts to prevent others getting in underneath. And Pussycat's turn now to get on top in this battle, I would have thought. There, using the circular blade to attack the front forks of Panic Attack. Panic Attack will try and wedge those forks in underneath that high ground clearance, 10 centimetres ground clearance of Pussycat. 14 miles an hour, the cat can speed away far quicker than Panic Attack. Veered up on one of those wheels. The wheels are exposed, but Panic Attack doesn't have a shredder, doesn't have a blade, and also has those side skirts now buckled. For me, this is Pussycat's fight so far, and Panic Attack has a lot of work to do. Pussycat may look out of control. It's not on, ripping one of the skirts away. Almost an indecent attack on the side of Panic Attack from Pussycat. And at the moment, the Moggy has it. And its claws look sharper and more venomous than Panic Attack's weaponry. But the clock will tick down to a judge's decision, and they'll have to use their far superior minds to mine to make a decision.
Cease.
Staff control, damage and aggression. That's what they'll have to judge Kim Davis and the Gribble boys on.
Well. Tough battle. Panic Attack looked like it had problems, but both robots still mobile, still in the arena. We're going to have to go to the judges.
Craig, let's have a look at the highlights. Panic Attack started well for me. Pussycat in the CPZ, but got out and Panic Attack lingered. And in came Sergeant Bash, and that is key. That is not good control or style. Punishment was then received by Panic Attack by the Pussycat blade. Not in that onslaught, but to the side skirts, certainly. And in the end, Panic Attack looked a sorry sight.
I said you had problems. They've gone for Pussycat! What was it?
No idea. It just wasn't going at all. It wouldn't go. It would start and stop and start and stop. It had no control.
It was like intermittent, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because you normally come out, wham, bang.
Normally we got full control, but I don't know, maybe the first hit did something, but as we were driving out, it was starting and stopping, so...
Commiserations. Brilliant robot. Great competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, Panic Attack! Come on! Hey. Do you think you can go one better?
Well, I don't know. It's stiff competition. I don't want to say any more than that.
All right. We'll leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, please, what a robot. What a robot's here. Pussycat!
Pussycat safely through, but Panic Attack will go into that loser's melee, and the winner goes straight back into the main competition. Kim Davis's machine against Firestorm, and Wheelie Big Cheese, only one to go through.
Oh my goodness, the 3 yellow perils. This is going to be a great melee. Once again, some top robots. Panic Attack, how are you feeling about this upcoming melee?
2 big flippers. We're going to end up upside down.
That's all right, you can cope.
Hope so.
You're all back, raring to go, working. I tell you what, the pits are a hive of activity while these people fix their robots, because they've suffered damage and all sorts, haven't you?
Definitely have, yeah. We came out with the last fight with the Hypnodisc with, well, what we thought was minor damage, but when we got inside, there was other things that we hadn't noticed before we went into the Hypnodisc,
So, frenzied repair.
Frenzied repair, yeah.
And now, a 3 robot melee awaits.
Yes.
Watch your back. Roger. It's touch and go there. We didn't know if you were going to be in this or not.
It's a brand new robot. We just spent 2 hours building an absolutely brand new robot from bits.
You have completely taken it apart and rebuilt it.
Yeah.
Are we going to see that flipper in action?
Just you keep watching the screen.
We want to see the robots fly!
First out, Panic Attack looks to have mended the damage caused to the side skirts then. Kim Davis at the controls with the front lifting forks against Firestorm and the flipper. Is that working fully to its maximum potential though, I wonder? This is the one they'll have to avoid, because if Wheelie Big Cheese gets a chance to flip you, you are out of here.
Roboteers, stand by.
Panic Attack team on the left, Firestorm on the right. And in their own pod, the Wheelie Big Cheese threesome. In the arena for the house robots, Sergeant Bash to confuse things with the flamethrower. And for maximum meltdown, dead metal in there too.
3, 2, 1.
Hardly mellow yellow out there in the arena. The 3 yellow machines, a banana skin battle developing. Wheelie Big Cheese in the middle, trying to get underneath Panic Attack's front forks to flip. Firestorm recognising the danger of Wheelie Big Cheese. Hey, look, I better take you out first. Firestorm, at the moment, the speedier of the 3 in there, up to 12 mile an hour top speeds. They're all locked together. What is wrong with Wheelie Big Cheese's flipper? Nothing. Panic Attack spins to the ground. The flipper yawns open. Is it stuck open? No. Like a great yawning mouth, it closes once again. Panic Attack on the pit release button, but not depressing it. Wheelie Big Cheese is against the arena side wall, and Firestorm's flipper nearly came into play then. Trying to toss 99 kilos of cheese out of the arena. A jet of flame. Wheelie Big Cheese is up against it, against that arena side wall. Firestorm doing all the nagging. A real irritant in there, but they need to get out of the CPs, out of the Sergeant Bash can attack them. Wheelie Big Cheese is wedged underneath the side angle grinder, and I don't think can get out of there now. They need to slam that machine into reverse. You can see the studs on the tyres giving him some purchase. Refbot has a look. Wheelie Big Cheese is away. Slams into Sergeant Bash, hardly advisable. Panic Attack doesn't seem to be mobile. Yes, it is. It just moved. An inch. That'll do. And there you can see the Firestorm boys, and in the background, Kim Davis of Panic Attack concentrating. His machine is just moving. The pit release button has been depressed. Firestorm has done all the work for me thus far, should it go to a judge's decision. Panic Attack hasn't done a great deal, and Wheelie Big Cheese seems to be waging its own war against itself. Firestorm against the arena side wall, and Panic Attack now comes back out. Are they playing cat and mouse? Come into my parlour, said the spider to the fly. Well, I don't know. Panic Attack. Oh, Firestorm's in underneath. Can we see a flip in? No, they've missed an opportunity. Not great style by the Firestorm boys. Missed a chance to attack there. Wheelie Big Cheese. What has happened to Roger Plant's machine? It's been counted out. They're the first to go in this losers melee. Don't forget, the winner of the losers melee goes straight back into the main competition. Panic Attack. Again, susceptible to a Firestorm attack. The cheese is gone. They're out of it. A major surprise act for me in this semi-final. I thought Wheelie Big Cheese with a big number. No, they're not. Firestorm left in there with Panic Attack. And the judges will have to decide which of these two stays in the competition and which goes out at the end. Dead Metal has a say in it. And if anything, Panic Attack finishing the stronger there.
Well, Wheelie Big Cheese didn't make it. Panic Attack and Firestorm throw themselves at the mercy of our judges.
Well, Firestorm worked hard on Wheelie Big Cheese and played a huge role in the cheese going out. Panic Attack took an attack there. All these will be considered by the judges. For me, Firestorm was the more aggressive.
We have a judge's decision, and there's one thing I can assure you of. The winners are wearing yellow. They're looking at style, control, damage, and aggression. And I agree with the decision. They've gone for Firestorm! What was that?
I totally agree.
What went wrong?
I don't know, we got stuck over there and could only go around in circles, so somebody hit us and for some reason it freed itself and then we were back out and then we lost the forks, so...
But you started to move a little bit more freely.
Yeah, we found the problem in the last fight was a screw had turned on the aerial and was grounding on the body, so intermittent faults with it.
Just a little thing like
Tiny
that.
little thing like that.
Because maybe you wouldn't have had to go into the melee then, you could have just got through on your own, couldn't you?
Could have. Well...
Have you had a good time?
Yeah, it's been great.
You haven't scaled dizzy heights of the second wars, but you're always good. You're always good quality. Good robot.
Yeah, as long as we're entertaining us.
Good value.
Yeah.
We love yous. Please, ladies and gentlemen, go ballistic. It's Panic Attack! Well done, Kim. Yes! Well, look it through.
Brilliant.
But when you get to realise who you're going to be fighting next, maybe it wasn't such a good idea.
Maybe not.
You got Hypnodisc, Dominator, or Pussycat.
Oh, no.
I'll just say that again. Hypnodisc, Dominator, or Pussycat. Which one would you prefer?
We've never fought Pussycat yet. We fought Dominator last year and they knocked us out.
Aye.
Obviously, we fought Hypnodisc to get to this position, so it'd be nice to have a change and fight Pussycat.
What about that spinning saw of theirs, man? I mean, do you think it's going to do you any damage?
Well, we didn't get a lot of damage from Hypnodisc.
No,
although they didn't finish us off, which was nice of them. The original hit didn't seem too bad, and I think Hypnodisc's a lot stronger spinning disc than Pussycat.
Right.
So we should be all right.
So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Ladies and gentlemen, go ballistic. It's Firestorm!
Firestorm surviving this semi-final. Now they'll meet Pussycat. First up, though, Dominator 2 against Hypnodisc.
The battles continue for a place in the grand final. The tension is high here in the pits, as you can imagine. I think this is a real battle of technology. Plasma nitrate coated titanium panels here. 4 times more powerful axe than last time. Double thickness shell. Hypnodisc, the spinning disc of doom, as we noted. They said put that on your toast and butter it.
That's what I said, isn't it?
How do you feel about the opposition?
It's going to be a good fight.
Yeah.
A really good fight.
It is going to be a good fight. You're very well matched.
Yes,
with the different weaponry.
Yeah, it's going to be a good battle of weaponry. And in this sort of flipping business, it's going to be a real slugging match, I think this is.
What can we expect from the spinning disc of doom this time?
Lots of holes, lots of sparks, bits everywhere.
We want to see that decimation that Hypnodisc is so good at.
We'll try our best.
Good.
With our good robot.
Yeah, and we want to see that decimation that Dominator 2 is so good at.
That disc's going to be history.
Is it?
Today, oh yes.
Is it? I love it when they talk, Dad.
Intriguingly, both these machines kept apart from Pussycat. The Cat beat Hypnodisc and Dominator in the last series. Dominator 2's bi-wedge and the axe against Hypnodisc's spinner. Paul, Peter and Chris, the Dominator boys. Ken and his sons Derek and Dave, the Rose family, famous with Hypnodisc.
Roboteers, stand by.
He was in the arena with the ref bot for the house robots. Let's tell you, Sir Kill-A-Lot, almost invincible, I think he is. And Sergeant Bash has a fault. Fuel sometimes runs out in the flamethrower.
3, 2, 1.
Dominator 2, quick away on the right-hand side then. Trying to buffet Hypnodisc up onto its side. We've seen that tactic work in the past. Hypnodisc with the tiny wheels, the 10-mile-an-hour top speeds and the sparks flying from the impact of that shredding disc. Down comes the weight, 12 kilos of force behind that Dominator 2 pneumatic axe, but again, the whole machine was buffeted and now torn by Hypnodisc. It's ripped the sides of Dominator 2. It's got through the armour, and Hypnodisc on top here now. What can Dominator 2 do to come back into it? Beat Derek and King B and Corkscrew earlier on in the competition. We've seen it beat Wheelie Big Cheese as well. Had its fortune, perhaps, when Wheelie Big Cheese conked out. There, Peter Halloway, at the controls of Dominator 2 needs to come up with something, because Hypnodisc, for me, is on top. Reached the grand final in Series 4. Pussycat stopped them. Dominator 2 beaten in the semi-finals in Series 4 by Pussycat. Why aren't they going in for the kill here, Hypnodisc? Why are they standing off? Is there something wrong with the forward drive? High rev sounding. I don't think there's anything wrong with the motors. There's the damage on Dominator 2. Do you know what I think's happening here? Hypnodisc think they've won it, and they don't want to sustain any damage. So they're staying out of harm's reach from Dominator 2. Tactics are being brought into play here. Well, it's not spectacular, but it is cagey. Canny by the Hypnodisc boys. The Rose family, you're not blooming, but you have presented a thorny problem for Dominator 2, which doesn't seem to be able to come back into this fight. Maybe Dominator is lacking some sort of forward power as the clock ticks down to a judge's decision, which I think inevitably will give it to the Roses and Hypnodisc. We'll wait and see. I don't like it.
Very cagey fight, if you could call it a fight. We're going to have to go to the judges on that one. They'll be looking at style, control, damage. There wasn't much aggression. While they're making up their minds, let's look at those highlights.
Thing is, it was settled early on, wasn't it? The aggression was by Hypnodisc early in the fight, and once they gouged the side of Dominator 2, they've clearly thought they've won it there and stood off. Highlights from now on in were rare. For me, it has to be Hypnodisc in the cagey, canny war of attrition.
Well, the judges have made their decision, and they do want me to pass on their opinion that it was the most boring fight in the history of Robot Wars. And the audience, as you can hear, agree with me. But based on the 4 criteria, they've gone for Hypnodisc! I know it's a spectacle. I know it's not just a spectacle, shall I say. I know tactics are involved. What was going through your head there?
Well, we came here to fight, and they didn't want to fight.
Well, well, what happened is they got. See, you can look at it from their point of view. I mean, they get in, bang, they hit you. They obviously want to, go on and win it. Your axe could do some serious damage to them. That you could just go straight through that disc to stop it spinning. So once they'd had the first knock on, it was up to you then. It was up to you then to go and get them. But you didn't. You kept waiting for them to come in at you, and they'd already scored the point.
Yeah, it was good tactics, but boring.
Yeah, and you'd lost driving one wheel, hadn't you?
We did.
Yeah. You told me you were going to go all the way.
Well, I thought I was going to, didn't I?
Yeah. Well, you can't if you just hold back, can you?
No, it's one of those things. It was a good fight. It's good fun. It's been great being here. Made some good friends. We'll be back. Definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, we know you'll be back and you'll be better. Can we hear it for Dominator 2? Controversial tactics. I understand why you did it.
Yeah, it's to make the next round, really. We didn't want to put ourselves in the position where we took a lot of damage.
Yeah.
We thought we'd done enough. We took that. We got in there first and got a really good blow in.
Yeah, ripped the sides to shreds.
And their axe could have come down on us and done some serious damage and compromised our chances on the next round. It was simple as that.
I know it's a competition, I know it's not just a spectacle, but you heard the way the audience reacted.
I can understand that, but we get criticised for doing too much damage, we get criticised for doing not enough damage. It's a really difficult balance.
Yeah.
And we want to be in the next round, or the grand final, and we didn't want to do anything that would compromise that. We really want to be there, and unfortunately that's the result.
In the grand final, you're not going to let me down, are you?
No, we're not going to hold back. You watch.
I want carnage.
There's going to be carnage.
I want destruction.
There's going to be destruction.
I want mayhem.
There's going to be mayhem.
Spin to win, hypnotist!
You may not like their tactics, they don't mind. They're through to the grand final. Unlucky Dominator 2. Next up, Pussycat and Firestorm 3.
They may be scarred and battle-worn, but they still want more, and so do we. More carnage, please. Look, there's a little example of the scarring, and no, it's not going to have any effect. It's cosmetic only. How are you feeling about the opposition?
Should be all right. We've seen them fight before, and obviously the disc can do a lot of damage. But we've been up against Hypnodisc and we're still working, so...
And you're in the best shape you've ever been in, you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, we found out what the problem we had in the last fight. We found out what that was. So it was mechanical this time, not electrical. So a bit of weld got that sorted.
Cool. At this stage, do the nerves really hit?
Yeah, very good robot, but I think they're going to be history after this round.
What will it mean to you to get through?
It's just another step on the way to go on all the way, isn't it?
Oh, I see. Okay, and you can get them?
Yeah.
And you can get them?
Probably.
Oh, well, we'll see.
So one place only remains in our grand final. Will Pussycat take that remaining place with its spinning disc, or will it go to Firestorm 3 with the flipper? We've seen that the flipper is working again. Not at its maximum potential, though, I think. Refbot checks out the arena floor. Up in the control booths, we have the Pussycat Boys, Alan and David Gribble, Robert Bettington, and the Firestorm machine, Graham Bone, Alex Mordew and Hazel Heslop, Graham's girlfriend. We have Shunt in there as well, with the Diamond Edge axe and the scoop. And alongside him for the house robot, Sergeant Bash with the flamethrower and the pincers.
3, 2, 1, active.
Blade against Flipper. Pussycat, rocking and rolling, won't mind that, crashes down, can run either side up. Hasn't got a screamer because of the way it's built. It's designed to crash around, topsy-turvy style. Firestorm driving Pussycat onto the arena side wall. The angle grinder in there. The sparks flying again. Through and across the torch pit goes Pussycat towards the pit release button. Firestorm here is doing all the driving. At 100 kilos, it's 5 kilos heavier than Pussycat. Pussycat, just the quicker machine. This is a good and sturdy battle here. Much more aggression than we saw in the previous fight. Only one survivor will go through to the grand final. And that's a good attack by Firestorm. Pussycat riding up high, but Firestorm's flipper worked. Good style at the controls of Firestorm by Graham Bone. And the judges will have noticed that. Now they come into just push Pussycat where they want them to go on the arena. Maybe towards the pit release button. Yes, they've slammed them onto the pit release button because Firestorm believe now they've got the upper hand. They've seen the tactic, get underneath that high ground clearance of 10 centimetres, wedge them up high and carry them to the pit or to the CPZ, where Shunt comes in with a Diamond Edge blade. Pussycat away. But will previous victories in this series against the Executioner, Claude Hopper, Fluffy and Panic Attack mean nothing? Will Pussycat fall at this stage? Because for me, Firestorm are well on top. They reached the semi-finals of Series 4. They were defeated by Dominator 2. But for me, Firestorm are heading through here if they can get away from Shunt. They came dangerously close to the CPZ. Oh no, what's happened to Firestorm? For a minute I thought they were immobilised. They've stopped, they haven't. They've got control again. They've turned. Late onslaught here by Pussycat. For me, it's come too late, too little, too late. The clock is counting down to a judge's decision. Firestorm, had it gone on longer, might have been in peril. I think they've done enough, judges. What about you? Firestorm in underneath Pussycat, thrown up in the air, doing all the chasing Firestorm, using the flipper well. Pussycat never got the blade working here to effect. Firestorm didn't take damage, but kept coming, kept going. That's where Pussycat took damage. Firestorm must be ahead by this stage, I would have thought.
Well, the judges have made their decision, and you know what they're looking at. You probably dream about it. Style, control, damage, and aggression. The number 2 seeds have gone. They've gone for Firestorm! Whoa! A unanimous decision. How do you feel about that? You're shocked.
Speechless.
Speechless.
Relieved, actually, because there's too many better robots out there.
Yeah, there's some big bad ones now. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, rank number 2 in the UK, well, they're out, they're Pussycat! Hey! It's a bit of a fairy tale, really, because you came through the losers melee.
We did, yeah.
And now you've just taken out the robot that was ranked number 2 in the UK. How do you feel about that?
Very good, yeah.
He did sound a note of caution. I mean, you know who you're in with now.
Yeah, I mean, we could go up against Hypnodisc again.
Would you like to go up against Hypnodisc again?
It would be nice, yeah, because we really didn't have a good fight the last time round, because our link came out. Yeah. So we didn't really have a battle. It was over right at the start.
But don't you fear for your robot? I mean, this has taken hours and hours to build. I mean, isn't it like a trusted and loved pet?
It was when it came, yeah.
It's a bit battered now.
A little bit battered now, but it's done us proud. So whatever happens off now, it doesn't really matter.
It certainly has, mate. You're in the grand final.
Thank you.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, please go ballistic. These guys are brilliant. Firestorm! Well, another robot that everyone adores has made the final of Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
So, the 5th Robot Wars Grand Finalists are Hypnodisc with the spinning blade, Firestorm with the front flipper, Razor, the reigning world champions, and Bigger Brother.